Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to podcast Room 303. I'm your host, Jermaine Mendez. This is my co-host, Nicholas Moorhan. And as always, we have with us EPE. Today's episode is episode 156, and we'll be getting into NFL Week 12, the good, the bads, the high, the lows, and then we'll look at the NFL Week 13 betting slate, and we'll discuss the current head-to-head standings, which I am absolutely abysmal at year after year. I cannot pick a single game to save my life. So, with that being said, Eric, take us. Well, hold on. How you doing this evening, Nick?
I'm good. Let's just move on.
How you doing this evening, Eric?
Doing good.
Oh, the enthusiasm is rampant. All right, take us into the NFL head-to-head, Eric.
All right, so you said NFL head-to-head.
Well, we only pick NFL on this head-to-head.
I know. Let me just pull it up here because I was going to do weekly picks. Anyway, got it ready. So last week, Jermaine had the Tennessee Titans money line. That was an absolute miss.
Absolute. Way to be
exaggerative.
Miss.
That puts him at a record of 3-8. Nicolas had Green Bay +7. He hit that on the. Well, actually, it's a push, but we'll give it to you.
No, we don't. No, we don't give that to me. It's a push.
You just add another.
Right.
Like 4, 6, and 1.
Right.
Let me see. So that's going to bring Nick to
I won't take that. No.
5, 5, and 1.
Yeah, buddy.
And then I had the Kansas City Chiefs -14.5 because you guys are assholes and they won by 16.
Bro,
So
Matt
that's a
Stafford
W.
wasn't playing. Cooper Kupp's not playing. Allen Robinson got hurt. Aaron Donald got hurt. What do you mean we were assholes? That was a good bet.
Miss
You guys
me.
Miss me with that.
You guys
Yeah.
picked the biggest spreads you could find.
Yeah.
You gave it to me.
You should have
Anyway,
shown up.
It didn't matter. Okay. That brings me to 7-4 on the season. I have a 2-game lead on Nick.
You act like that was a bad bet.
Right.
It felt like a bad bet. I wouldn't have picked it, is what I'm saying.
Well, then you're an idiot then.
All right. All right. So then I'll go over the week. You guys' weekly picks. Jermaine finished the week 4,
Awful.
8, and 2,
Oh, really?
bringing his total to 34,
Oh, really? That's it.
34, and 3. He had 2 draws following a week where he had 1 draw, and we haven't seen a draw this year, so that was pretty cool. You drew on Buffalo, Detroit under 53, and then Green Bay +7. Nick,
Wait.
what?
4, 8, and 2. Why did I think I took like 87 bets that week?
Because it felt like it.
I mean, that's 14 bets. Usually you guys take like between 10 and 12. So, I mean, you took 2 extra bets.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, all right. Nick only took 6 bets.
Yeah, I mean, it looks bigger because there's some parlays in here, but they didn't hit.
Feels like more than that.
Anyways, keep going, Eric.
Yeah,
My
whatever.
bad.
Yeah.
Nick went 2-4, bringing him to 32-31. And then Nick's Nuggets went 5-4, bringing that to 19-18.
Oh yeah.
For Jermaine, you could have actually you probably had one more bet, but all you typed was LAC spread, and I don't know what the spread was, and I don't know.
That's because it didn't exist yet. The game hadn't posted yet, so we were supposed to get the LAC spread. Also, I didn't type these. Shout out Nevada.
Word. Okay.
Stepping up and being the true consummate professional that he is, as the beacon of what we desired in an executive producer.
Right.
Look at Eric, he got all sad.
Step it
Shout out
up.
Nevada, dude. Shout out Nevada.
Step it up using a sheet he didn't know and still trying to get these picks in.
I appreciate it, bro.
Although I think we made way more picks than that.
I think he missed hella picks, and you know what? He got 8 of my losses. What an asshole!
He was just listening for losses.
So if you could check the Chargers spread. Wait, hold on. Did the Chargers win?
The Chargers did win, but I don't know if the Chargers won
By 1, right?
by 1, 25-24.
Were they favorites going into that game? I don't know if we could.
Chargers
find that.
in
I
Arizona.
can look it up. Hold on. The Chargers line closed at Chargers -2.5.
Oh, all right. So that didn't hit. So put me down for 4, 9, and 2, Eric.
And then I got to change. So the last week you went 4-9-2, which brings you to 34-35-3.
I had such a healthy lead before
Damn.
that, too. Hey, we're still pretty close. You're at 32-31 because you only took 6 bets last week like a pussy.
I don't think that's true, but I remember betting a lot.
I remember walking out of there like, yo, we took 17, 18 bets a piece.
I remember one of the bets I made was Panthers-Broncos exact score 18-17.
Yeah, he did write that down.
Oh,
Carolina versus Denver exact score 18-17, which didn't hit.
But we did say Broncos fans the embarrassment of scoring of knowing that if they scored 18 points they would have won the game.
Speaking of Denver, before we get further into this week 12 review, did you see the D linemen yelling at Russell Wilson?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how are the Broncos doomed for like the better part of a half decade? Is there no redemption for Russell Wilson? Like he can't be saved? Are we willing to say that?
No, I think firing head coach or OC, bringing in somebody that maybe tailors it a little bit more to him, seeing as he is a system quarterback, you're gonna want to bring in a guy who runs a good system for him.
Man, I don't know. It's not looking good for old Russell. When you have basically no name defensive linemen yelling at you on your team, you've lost the team. And there's no quarterback or offensive lineman you can bring in that's gonna.
Oh my god, dude! So what are we? What's Denver's record, Eric? We're probably 11 games into.
Denver is 3-8.
So we're 11 games into Russell Wilson's now infamous Denver career. And is this the worst contract in sports history?
What was Eric? Can you look up what Matt Flynn's contract was?
How ironic! Matt Flynn callback into Russell Wilson question. What a professional podcast! What a professional pod. So the guy he beat out for the starting role
in
Seattle.
Yep.
After being drafted in what? Russell Wilson was what, a third round pick.
Wait, you said Matt Flynn contract?
Matt Flynn, correct.
He had one that was 2 years, 11.5, and he had one that was 3 years, 19.5.
Really?
What was the contract he signed with Seattle?
Yeah, I thought he got paid out the ass for one game.
2012 to 2014, 3-year contract with Seattle Seahawks, $19.5 million, signing bonus $6 million, average salary $6.5 million.
Maybe it was just so ridiculous back then because he started one game. Because he did it in one game.
I remember that contract being way worse than that, but hey. So, all right. So then, yes, is this the worst contract in sports history?
I'll give you another one. Brock Osweiler.
Yo, it's crazy. I just Googled worst contracts in sports history, and they're fucking all baseball players except for John Wall.
All right. Well, worst contracts for baseball players. Justin Upton has to be on there, or BJ Upton. Sorry.
So they have Bobby Bonilla, Miguel Cabrera, Chris Davis, Jacoby Ellisbury,
Chris Davis, Jacoby.
Albert Pujols, and that's This is Bleacher Report.
Pronounce Jacoby Ellsbury?
Yeah, what did I say?
That's your boy.
Yeah, when he signed for the Yankees, fuck him.
All right. Yeah,
Bro,
we've
established that I mispronounce names a lot.
We've established that you're not a Red Sox fan. What's Brock Osweiler's contract? What was Brock Osweiler's contract?
Another fucking name I have to try to figure out how to spell. I'm just kidding.
WEILER.
On Spot Rack it says. Oh, now the internet doesn't want to work. You fucking bitch. He had 75 million guaranteed.
Oh my god.
I'm just kind of looking. So career earning, it says career earnings 41 million, guarantees 35 million, largest cap number 12 million, and his career annual per year salary 5.9 million.
Does it not? It doesn't have like the one contract he signed. That was with the Texans, right? That he signed.
It just keeps saying the site can't be reached, but I'm going to read the clip notes here for you. It says Osweiler took massive contract from the Texans. He accepted it before he could meet their coach, and it just says the deal had $37 million or $41.4 million, $37 million guaranteed. But it doesn't tell me the length or anything like that from this little snippet.
Yeah. Okay.
So we settled on yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we settled on yes. It's the worst sports. It's the worst contract in sports right now.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's. Yeah.
What did you guys think of the Thanksgiving slate of games?
It's good. It's good games.
I think the games ended up being good, which was a savior. But I mean, how rarely do we get to see Giants and Dallas? Both in playoff contention. Both.
I thought that game was boring. Am I the only one? I don't know why. I was sitting there, and my mom too. And if the game is exciting, my mom is plugged in. But she was sitting there like waiting for that game to. I kept looking up, and I felt like nothing was happening. I was bored out of my mind watching that game.
So what was the best game then of Thanksgiving Day?
I didn't watch the Bills game because I was watching World Cup. Obviously, my allegiance is lean soccer over football.
Right.
But that Patriots Vikings game was back and forth.
Yeah.
And it was the night game. Yeah, that game. I thought that game was outstanding. Now, it didn't go to overtime. It didn't have a Lions heartbreak. It didn't have all that. So you'll have to tell me.
I watched the end of Bills Lions. I thought that was the best game of Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Lions Thanksgiving heartbreak is just it's coming. You just don't know what way it happens.
It's like a good warm slice of pumpkin pie with a little ice cream,
That's all it is, dude. It's coming.
What was that face for, Eric?
Bro, the amount of pie I consume. Look, a quick interjection here. My dad, in the same sentence, will tell me that I'm fat and unhealthy and that he wants to see me make some changes in 2023. And then proceed to tell me, Eric, we got a whole bunch of pies in the fridge. Me and your mother ain't going to eat them. Go eat them. That's one sentence. He'll go from you're fat to go eat the pie, you fat bastard. It's unreal.
Yeah, you're Monica from Friends.
Right.
Fuck you guys.
You can be hot, Eric.
I hope so.
You remember that scene? He's like, "Good God, Judy, you finally did it." Because she turned down the pie.
Yeah,
she finally filled her up.
Right.
Oh, dude, sorry. Throw back to some Friends right there. No, dude, I honestly, I was bored in the Cowboys-Giants game, but it was close. It was nip and tuck the first half. You know what I mean? I don't think this is the first year in a long time that the entire slate delivered.
I'll agree with that. Yeah. By and large, every game on here was good.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just because I was bored does not mean the game was good. It just means that, I don't know, maybe I was having an off day. I wasn't interested in it. Maybe I was fried from watching 4 World Cup games because I couldn't sleep. There's mitigating circumstances.
Right.
But the Saints are blanked for the first time since 2001. Or, sorry, 2002, 2001. I used to know the stat, but now we didn't score any points, so it's getting real ugly. The Browns beat Tampa Bay in overtime. And that means that the all above 500 NFC East shit, is pissed off at the all below 500 NFC South. Each one of the NFC East teams would be the division leader in the NFC South this year.
In which the Carolina Panthers still has a legit chance to make the playoffs.
Outrageous. Just outrageous. Outrageous. The Titans money line, I gave them the kiss of death, which warms my balls. I don't really care that I lost in head-to-head because the Titans lost, and I hate the Titans. So, good riddance, you bums. Yo, can we talk about Mike White?
Mike White's the truth.
Mike White should never have been benched, right?
You want to win, put Mike White in.
Bro. I mean, I just kept getting highlight notification after a highlight notification of this man going 22 for 28, 315 passing yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Mike White's the truth. Great White Hope.
Bro, that you can't make this up, bro. Tell me he rushed. Look at that. 3 carries, 2 yards. What a stud.
That's positive yards, baby. That's
Positive,
all you want. That's
positive
all you want.
yards.
That's all you want for your quarterback. Positive yards.
No negative plays. Look, this is the real crazy part. You saw this? He was sacked 1 time for 7 yards. He had a QBR of 91.2 and a rating of 149.3.
Yo, are the Jets offensive linemen just not playing for Zach Wilson anymore?
No, I think he just got the ball out of his hands.
So Zachy boy just held it.
So look, he had three passes to Knight, the running back. Uh-huh. He had 1 pass to Tyler Johnson, the running back. He had 2 passes to Michael Carter, the running back. CJ Ozama got 3 catches. Tyler Conklin got 3 catches, right? Those are all your hot routes when defenses, your tight ends and your running backs are your outlets, right? The big play guys, unless you're Travis fucking Kelce or George Kittle, like what are the unicorn tight ends? The big play guys are your wide receivers. This tells me that he said, no, boom, quick, decision, check down. Knight had 34 receiving yards. Tyler Johnson had 16 receiving yards. Michael Carter had 15 receiving yards. Each one of them above 7.5 average. You had Tyler Conklin with 50, and you had Ozama with 17. So that's 67. Right? So just from checkdowns to tight ends and running backs, right? Or, maybe it was the actual distance passes, but that's almost 100 yards.
Yeah.
Now say it with me, Nick. Jermaine can complete 6 passes in the NFL.
No.
Absolutely. I could hit Michael Carter 6 times for him to give me 100 yards.
I got a question for you. Going on this week 12 trend, is it time to apologize to Trevor Lawrence?
When did we ever owe him an apology?
Oh, I'm just saying the first year media bagged Trevor Lawrence.
Well, he had statistically one of the... Yeah, but everyone gave him a pass because of Urban Meyer. Ourselves included.
Okay, I have a question then. A follow-up question, if I can. Do you trust Trevor Lawrence moving forward as the Jags?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. No explanation needed, right? Flip side. Do you, as the Ravens organization, trust Lamar Jackson moving forward?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Name Lamar Jackson's weapons.
Lamar Jackson.
Mark Andrews has been hurt this year.
Right.
J.K. Dobbins has been hurt this year.
No, I wasn't joking. Lamar Jackson's weapons are Lamar Jackson.
Rashad Bateman is hurt. You know what I mean? Right. Like Devin Duvernay was a nice story. Shout out Hook'em. Longhorns loved it.
He's keeping my fantasy team alive.
Who is he? Like, that's what I don't understand, bro. Like, Trevor Lawrence, right? Everyone's just like, oh, he's trash. didn't have any weapons. It was him and James Robinson last year, and Travis Etienne was hurt, right? They go out and sign Christian Kirk. We laughed at the contract, right? They go and signed Evan Ingram. We laughed at the contract. They go and sign Zay Jones. We laughed at the contract. None of those are even are any of those guys number ones on other good teams? No, right? Look at the difference they made for Trevor Lawrence. Now imagine, hear me out, if the Ravens went out and got a wide receiver one, I don't know, let's say how Jalen Hurts got A.J. Brown, or Tua Tagovailoa got Tyreek Hill. Right? Because the same thing was said about Tua. How many times did you and I have the conversations like, is Tua it? Tua ain't it. Is Tua the guy? I don't know if Tua's the guy. Like, how many times do we have that conversation? Yeah. Sure enough, you get the man at left tackle, right? Teron Armstead. Nobody wants to talk about that. You signed a couple running backs, even though they sucked. You still signed them.
You bonk him in the head a couple times.
Yeah. I mean, when Tua starts and finishes a game, he's 14-1.
And what is it? He hasn't thrown an interception since his concussion?
Since the world lost their minds at the Dolphins for properly handling it to the protocols, right? They properly handled it. Now, I'm not saying we should have gone back in the game. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, but to follow protocols and they get bashed for it, so it's like, yo, get better protocols then.
For those of you out there, if you've seen the movie Rookie of the Year, that's what Tua Tagovailoa, whatever. That's what Tua's doing this year.
Great movie.
He's pulling a Rookie of the Year. He got bonked on his head a little bit, and now all of a sudden he's seeing reads in slow motion. He's seeing guys pull open in slow motion. He's got the Madden 05 QB vision.
Oh, bring it back, Madden. What are you doing?
And he's just spotting dudes.
Oh, man. So, look, Lamar Jackson, everyone is so quick to bag on this man. And the Ravens are still the number one seed. Are tied for the one seed in their division.
With the Bengals.
That's what I'm saying. We're sitting here calling the Ravens the new Atlanta Falcons. We're asking these ridiculous questions. Is Lamar Jackson, is he it? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you like this is what I feel like talking heads on ESPN fucking bring up. Insane. Any other games you want to talk about from this
I'd like to shout out to real Room303 executive producer Nevada Putnam for his $20 and a case of beer he bought me because the Panthers beat that Bronco ass.
Yo, and also Nevada's pick for Eric on the head-to-head was Broncos Panthers under. I think it was like under 35. It hit. So
right. It did. Yeah.
So finally it's time to discuss the Philadelphia Eagles. Are you concerned with the Philadelphia Eagles giving up 33 points to the Packers?
Yes.
Because I am.
Yes. They are the Pittsburgh Steelers of a couple years ago.
Oof. That's not good company to be in. I'm just saying, in a game where your rushing attack had 353 yards, that was the last time I checked. They might have had more. They might have had less. You barely won by 7.
Can I interject here?
Of course you're going to interject, and it's going to be in defense of the Eagles, but please.
No, I'm just saying, inexcusable. We've had 3 weeks in a row.
But
Commanders,
but
whoever the fuck we beat down after the Commanders, and now the Packers. Teams are running on us. We're missing Jordan Davis. We brought in Sue. But here's my takeaway. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson went down. That dude's been a revolution for that secondary. That Christian Watson touchdown, which was like a 50 or 60 yard touchdown. I don't think that happens if Gardner-Johnson is there. And then 2 of the touchdowns were big ass runs, which if we can get some chemistry with Sue, and maybe and the other guy that we brought in, or maybe Jordan Davis gets back or something, and we start or change the scheme up a bit to stop the run, I think we're in a good place because the secondary is still fine. We're gonna miss Gardner Johnson, but Blankenship stepped up in a big way, got the pick. So I completely agree. It's not good that we're giving up lots of these points and we can't stop the run. But I think with coaching and some time to gel, I think it's fixable. I'm not extremely worried about it, but I am fucking frustrated with it.
Wasn't Ndamukong Suh like in the running for the Nebraska job like 3 weeks ago?
Possibly.
Like, is he still? I didn't think he was a real defensive tackle still.
I'm just saying. The Green Bay Packers completed 17 passes and scored 33 points, Eric.
I understand that. You saw the big runs for the touchdowns and that 60-yard pass to Christian Watson.
What big runs? What the long of 20? The long of 10?
That's a big run, dude. For a touchdown, 20-yard touchdown run, that's a big
run. The Philadelphia Eagles will not make the playoff. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
That's a long of 20 is not a big run, brother.
Okay.
That's what they make fun of Zeke all the time.
Eric, there's a little stat that is 20+ yard runs. It can't be a big run if the stat is comparing 20+ yard runs.
Look, you got from your perspective, that's fine. But from my perspective, running backs are getting 4 yards to carry. You break one off from like 8 or 9, maybe 10 every once in a while. Anything after that's a big run. If you give me 15, 20 yards,
they had 106 total rushing yards.
Yeah, and 2 of them, and 40% of those yards were on 2 touchdowns.
Aaron Jones had a long of 10, and A.J. Dillon had a long of 20.
Yeah. Long touchdown runs.
Okay, all right.
Sure.
What's
going on with the Eagles' turnover differential now? Let's go take a look at that. Another turnover this week.
Yeah,
but you had 2. You had 2 interceptions.
The Commanders game was terrible. That was the game where we were just busting up the turnovers left and right. And then since then, we've kept it to 1.
What was the week before the Commanders? I thought you also had multiple turnovers. Or at the Colts, I think you had multiple turnovers. Let's go see. This is real good. Yep. 2 turnovers against the Colts. Been a shit defense all year. You had 1 turnover. They had 1 turnover. You guys had 2.
Can I say something that might sound crazy? I'm extremely fucking pissed off about these turnovers, but the fact that it's not Jalen throwing picks and it's just fumbles left and right, like, it's fucking annoying, but I'm glad my quarterback's still making good decisions. Like, a little bit of bright side there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just from a team that looked dominant on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
To now show chinks in the armor because a rookie who is only playing 30% of the snaps is no longer there.
Yeah. What's our record?
That's cool, bro. How many good teams with high records have we seen lose in the playoffs before?
I'm not saying that guarantees anything. I'm just saying whatever we're doing is working for now. Let's tighten the ship up a little bit, and we'll be fine.
I'm concerned. But lucky for you, the next second best team is the Vikings, and I'm concerned about the Vikings too. They gave up 26 points to the Patriots.
And they got a rookie head coach. And
Matt Patricia is the offensive coordinator for the Patriots. Does everybody forget that he was their defensive coordinator before? Like, to give up 26 points to the Patriots is embarrassing.
Yeah, it's not good.
Like, no disrespect, we just went on a whole rant defending Lamar Jackson about weapons, but like Kendrick Bourne, Devontae Parker, Jacoby Myers. Like, Hunter Henry absolutely destroyed the Minnesota Vikings. Let me say that again. Hunter Henry. I need to go check. I just remember looking up and Hunter Henry was just eating every single play, bro.
I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to ask you real quick while you're looking that up. Did you guys talk about Mike White yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
go.
I wanted to hear you guys' take on it. Fuck. All right.
Yeah, you'll have to listen to the pod.
He's a go.
No, Mike is a legend, but we just discussed the differences between Zach Wilson and Mike White, and essentially what we came down to was Mike White is quick to make the decision to check it down.
Yeah.
That's the difference between Mike White. Mike White had completed. I already forget, but I was 6 catches to the tight ends and 6 catches to the running backs, which are always your hot routes. They're typically in the middle of the field. They're typically short, high percentage throws. So that's the difference between him and Zach Wilson. Now, I don't know why they aren't taking the film from Mike White and showing it to Zach Wilson. That is something that should be discussed on another thing. But yeah, so Tyler Conklin and CJ Uzomah had the 6. Knight, Carter, and Johnson had 6. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't these bullshit sideline, passing horizontally throws to Braxton Berrios. There's only one of those to Braxton Berrios in this game. And also, the quality of the opponent. The Bears traded everyone. Eddie Jackson got hurt in that game. Justin Fields didn't play. Darnell Mooney got hurt in that game. So Jackson and Mooney are 2 of their better players. Now they're both out for the season. You know what I mean? So context is king. The overreaction is going to be Zach Wilson's a bum. Yada, yada, yada. Sure. Let the legend of Mike White grow. I'm hype. I started Mike White. That's tight. So I think that's tight. Now, in the loser bowl Monday Night Football, which I did not watch at all, I refused to turn on the Colts Steelers game. The Steelers won, and now Jeff Saturday's on the hot seat for not calling timeouts. Who'da thunk it at all? Is this just, yeah, well, no shit, what'd you expect? Or, yo, Jeff Saturday, you played 12 seasons in the NFL. Why the fuck didn't you call timeout?
I think can it be a little bit of both?
I think it sure can.
I mean, listen, everybody likes to say, oh, this is how it goes. This is how I play Madden. I would have to imagine it's a little different when you're the head coach. Should he have called the timeouts? Yeah. I'm not saying that. I don't know. He doesn't have experience in that area.
The dude won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, as a player.
So he understands that timeouts are important.
He didn't feel like a timeout was necessary. His exact quote, by the way.
He said, I didn't feel like time was of the essence at the moment.
Right. Yeah, that's
time is always of the essence of the NFL, my guy.
That's fireable right there.
Oh my God. Look, more often than not, both things are true. Right? Inexperienced, should have called timeout, yada yada. But Jeff, come on, bro. Like, I've never coached an NFL game, let alone a high school football game, let alone a little league, little peewee football game.
Right.
I would call a timeout. And I'm not just saying that. You just watching football, you need to call a timeout.
I think we go back to what you and I have suggested for a while is during the offseason, these coaches need to get more like Kyler Murray. And every day they need to play at least one game of Madden.
Something.
Push him, pull him.
Come on, do something. Hashtag Sane in the end of the Germany-Spain game. I was blown away. But with that being said, Eric, can you drop the link for the odds for the Week 13 board? Let's go ahead and move into Week 13. Just a quick recap of what we said for the head-to-head. I'm currently 3-8. Nick is 5-1, and Eric is 7-4.
Bum.
Skiddalumpty. Bum.
All right, so we're going to move into the weekly picks for you guys here. Thursday night game, Buffalo Bills at the Patriots. Bills are -4. Over-unders 43.5. and the money line is Bills minus 205, Patriots plus 175.
Ooh, that under is so close to being worthy. Bills in New England. Do we have a weather report?
Probably look it up.
I'm just curious. Man, that line, the Bills have come back to earth, huh?
There's a cold front approaching.
Uh-oh.
Weather advisories posted for southern New England.
And
How much snow will Boston get this winter? It looks all bad right now.
But the saving grace is it's Thursday. So there may be a chance they don't
Thursday
get this.
night, mostly cloudy with a low of 8. North wind 6 to 11 miles per hour with gusts as high as 18 miles per hour. Snow likely.
Yeah, what does likely mean? How many times have we heard rain is likely from a weatherman and then walked outside in sunshine?
Right. And 70 degrees.
Chance of precipitation 60%.
60%. Interesting. So how does that sway your approach to this game, Nick? Does it at all?
No. Both these teams are used to playing in the cold.
Right.
And the snow.
Right, but does this make you lean one way or another for the spread?
Well, let me give you a Nick Nugget.
Well, what have you been waiting for?
Division game, right? The last 5 times Buffalo has traveled into New England, they have won 2 and lost 3. They have won the last 2. I know I built it up, but that's the only Nick Nugget I have.
That was it.
That was it.
And it's going to be one of those ones I don't want any action.
Yeah, you're exactly correct.
All right. Fuck this Thursday game. Let's get into the next one.
All right, so we have the New York Jets heading into Minnesota. Jets are plus 3 dogs, over under 46. Money line for the Jets plus 140. Money line for the Vikings minus 165.
So Minnesota played on Thanksgiving, which, because the Jets played on Sunday, gives Minnesota a rest advantage. Because they played on Thanksgiving, which was Thursday night. Since 2019, the Vikings with the rest advantage, 6-4 straight up, 5-5 against the spread. The New York Jets with a rest disadvantage, 5-6 straight up, and 7-4 against the spread. I have 2 ways I want to lean on this game. Give me Jets plus 3.
Threading the needle, aren't you?
And give me Minnesota money line. In a parlay, of course, because the Minnesota money line is going to be too big to take.
So one thing we didn't discuss with the Jets 31-10 trouncing of the Chicago Bears, the coin flip Jets saga has now ended. Just like the Broncos only needing 18 points just ended. That being said, the coin flip has a W against Minnesota. So your boy Skinny Pete is still gonna ride. I'm taking Jets money line. Give me the dog in this one. Also, this over is set at a very fantastic line. I don't know if I want it, but for those listeners who are thinking, hopefully that nudges you one way or the other. Let's get into the next game now, Eric.
We have the Washington Commanders heading into New York to play the Giants. Commanders are minus 2.5. Over under 40.5. Commanders money line minus 135. Giants money line plus 115.
Couple of nuggets here. Division game. The Commanders traveling into the Giants. 2-3 in the last 5 years. If you look at it from the Commanders' perspective going into New York, it has been from last year back. Win, loss, win, loss. Not a lot there into the division game. Also, rest advantage, rest disadvantage because the Giants played on Thanksgiving. The Giants with a rest advantage since 2019, 4-7 straight up. The Commanders are also 4-7 straight up. The Giants
with a disadvantage.
With a disadvantage,
okay.
That's correct. Both teams are 4-7 straight up. The Giants with a rest advantage 5-6 against the spread. The Commanders with a rest disadvantage 3-7-1 against the spread.
Have Washington and New York played each other this year?
They have not.
This is the first match.
The first meeting.
I'll take Washington. Money line.
I don't want anything.
I just the Giants' weapons are. They're playing secondary like. It's all bad. They're playing four backup offensive linemen. It's
you're in the NFC East with a winning record. What did it cost you? Everything.
Everything exactly. It's all bad. And Chase Young may be activated for this game.
Uh-oh.
So all right, that wraps up that. I just want Commanders money line, and we'll keep pushing.
All right, so we have the Tennessee Titans heading into Philadelphia. They're 5-point dogs. Over under 44.5. Tennessee plus 200. Philly minus 240.
First and foremost, give me the over 44.5. Secondly, whose revenge game is this, Nick?
Between who? AJ Brown and
the Titans. Is it AJ Brown's revenge?
Based
They
on
didn't pay him and they traded him.
based on how Philly is playing, I would say yes, it's AJ Brown's revenge game.
So then Philly -5 is the play.
Probably, yeah.
And you're not betting anything.
I'm not going to take it, no.
Philadelphia can't stop the run. I'll take Titans money line at plus 200.
Yeah. Titans top of the AFC South, by the way.
So the next game we have the Denver Broncos heading into Baltimore. Broncos are 8.5-point dogs. Over under 38.5. Denver money line plus 310. Baltimore money line minus 380.
I'm going to tell you why you should pick the Denver Broncos. Spread and Baltimore money line. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Teams scoring less than 10 points the previous week.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You can say this every week for the Broncos. Sorry,
Dogs the next week against the spread, less than 10 points spread, are 10-4 on the year. That's 71%. Right now it's Denver plus 9. However, so I'm going to take Denver plus 9.
It opened at plus 9, Eric.
Mm.
He has opened lines. It's at plus 8.5.
Oh, okay. I'll take 8.5. However, I'm going to take Baltimore money line because teams after playing the Carolina Panthers are 1-8 straight up the next week. And funny enough, Baltimore was the team the week before. They lost last week to Jacksonville, and now Denver will lose to Baltimore. And then I think since Carolina's on their bye week this week, doesn't that mean Carolina loses to themselves?
A 2-pick parlay. Under 38.5 and Baltimore money line is plus 141. Just food for thought. I don't want that. Look, honestly, after seeing the defensive lineman yell at Russ, I instantly want to bet a spread this big for the Broncos. I don't know what it is. Call me superstitious or whatever, but it just seems like, it's all doom and gloom, and then the Broncos come out and they almost eke out a victory. I don't want anything to do with this game. Let's go ahead and push into the next one.
The media is going to blow this out of proportion, no?
The Baltimore Broncos game?
No, just this reaction from the defensive lineman to Russ.
Oh, I'm sure. Dan Orlovsky's already said something.
Oh, yeah. He's great at saying stuff.
All right. The next game we have Cleveland heading into Houston. Cleveland -7. Over under 47. Cleveland money line minus 315. Texans money line plus 260.
Nothing for me.
Man, Deshaun Watson's back, dude.
Is it a revenge game?
You heard about the lawyer who is suing Deshaun? He bought a box at Houston, and 10 of the victims are coming to watch Deshaun Watson play. If you were assaulted, look, first of all, look, I'm not trying to bemoan the situation, right? So hearts out to that. Nobody wants to be in a situation like that. But would you want to go watch?
No.
I thought there was some sort. It feels like they're masochists at this point.
It almost like it almost takes away from their case. No,
yeah, it does.
Because what are you trying to do? Piss off Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, I mean,
what's the end goal here?
The dude got a fully guaranteed contract. Do you think he really like?
Well, yeah. What's the end goal? Are you gonna piss him off? Are you gonna trauma your victims?
When I first read that, it felt like the lawyer got this case. It was the case that put him on the map and got him rich, and all these girls got rich doing that. And it's kind of like a brag type of thing. Like, we sued your ass, you paid us, and now we got boxies, bitch. Go perform for us. Like, that's just what it felt like to me.
I don't know. It feels like Deshaun won then.
Well, not one, because
Look, I'm gonna take the Houston Texans +7, and I'll tell you why. First of all, they're laying a touchdown. Deshaun Watson hasn't played in 2 years. If he comes out and dazzles, to be honest, I'd be pretty shocked. But that team is going to get up for this game. And there is still a bunch of grown-ass men on that roster who are incredibly prideful individuals who just went through this bullshit saga with this person. They are ready and willing to hit this motherfucker in the mouth. And that is what they're about to try and do. I'll take the spread in this one. And if I miss this, fine. But I'm betting on that. Because this is going to be a hyper-charged football game.
It's going to be fun to watch.
It's going to be fun. Must-see television. I'll tell you that. And over-under. All right. I don't know if you can find this bet on there, Eric. Probably not. Over-under, they show that box. That Houston box with the 10 women and that lawyer. What's the over-under set at? I'm setting it 4.5.
Oh, that's such a great line.
I honestly think the producers probably do not pan to that box. That game. We need to focus. I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
I'm taking the under. I'm going 3.
Three. So
I'm saying they can't. I'm saying obviously they're going. When stuff is going in the first quarter, they're panning to it. When stuff is going in the second quarter, they're panning to it. When stuff is going in the third quarter, they're panning to it. I think the game gets too interesting in the fourth quarter. They can't justify a pan to it. I'll take 3, the under.
They get showed, Eric.
Are all these girls' names public? Are the identities known?
Not every girl revealed their name, but 10 of them have said they are coming to this game.
I'm just saying, you don't want to be the studio that puts the
You are at a public forum, Eric.
Okay, calm the fuck down. I'm just
You're
saying.
You're at a public forum.
Producer, you got to think of this shit so you don't lose your job to get fired.
You will not lose your job. You see how much shit they put on the screen all the time. They cut to Jerry Jones drunk in the box. They cut to Eli Manning drunk in the box, pissed off at Peyton Manning pissed off that Eli's succeeding. They show this shit all the time. It's like they're rubbing it in our faces. They built up this case this whole time. If you signed an NDA and you didn't reveal your name, you're not coming to this game, Eric.
I would hope so. I'm just saying, man, I just think everybody's getting canceled, fired nowadays for some random shit, and this just seems like some sort of
Balenciaga.
Outcry. Oh, my God. All right, I'm going to the next game. Or, Nick, do you have any picks for this Cleveland game, by the way?
No Nuggets, no picks.
No Nuggets. All right. Jacksonville's
They're
heading
getting
into
shown.
Detroit. Jacksonville -1.5. Over under 51.5. Jacksonville money line -120. Detroit money line +100.
So Detroit playing on Thanksgiving with the rest advantage. Detroit is 4-5-1 straight up, 8-2 against the spread. Jacksonville is 1-8. This is with the rest disadvantage. 1-8 straight up, 3-6 against the spread. Give me the lines again, Eric.
Jacksonville -1.5. And then over under is 51.5.
I went to Detroit money line.
Detroit money line is +100.
Lock it in.
Got a lock? Let's get it.
Oh,
Jermaine, you got any action?
No, I'm googling who these women are. So the reason why they said that they're going to this game, right? Because we were all like, why would you go? The reason is to kind of make the statement, hey, we're still here, we matter, our voice was heard, and this is not something that's over.
And so you're going to give more money to the franchise that employed him.
I'm with you. I don't understand.
You guys
either.
did it. Wow. You proved your point by buying a box suite in the stadium of the team that now pays his paycheck.
Ooh, this is interesting. One woman dropped her lawsuit when required to amend her claim to include her name.
Interesting. Why would she not just include her name?
For the same reason Eric was just having that thought. So all the other names are public. I'm not going to Google that. I'm just saying this is going to be fascinating. So they would want to be shown, right? If they're like,
do you think he scores a touchdown and points to the box?
I was going to make that joke earlier when Eric and I were discussing. I was like, over under hip thrust after Deshaun scores a touchdown.
Oh my God. Oh, that would be amazing.
Over under 0.5, Eric. Are you taking the over or are you taking the under?
If it were me, I'd take the over.
You think he blows him kisses after he scores?
Yo, just all the dude. You imagine a blown kiss to the fans?
What if he just walks out like in a towel?
Dude.
Oh
Now I want that to happen so bad.
He goes up that he gets a massage table set.
That's what I was gonna say, dude. Oh my God. All right. We've crossed some lines here. But I was gonna say, what if he has a massage table on the sideline and every time he's on the sidelines, he's getting rubbed down?
Legendary.
By the 11th woman that didn't reveal her name.
Now the full-time masseuse. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, cringe. Sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
I was like, what if in a baller ass move, like he like rushes for like 70 yards and he pulls out like the papers that he's serving them and shows them on camera as his touchdown celly for like defamation and shit.
He pulls out his dick. And he's like, this is the one that they said that I said they touched.
This is the motherfucker that got me in trouble.
Right.
It's Troy Aikman in the booth, and I was like, oh, the Deshaun Classic.
Oh, there's his dick.
All right, we gotta.
It's good to have Deshaun back.
All right, we're gonna pivot, move into Green Bay versus Chicago. Green Bay heading into Chicago. Green Bay -4.5, over under 43.5. Packers money line -190. Bears money line +160. Is Aaron Rodgers playing?
He says he's going to.
Does he still own the Bears?
Yo, did Jordan Love look good in 9 pass attempts or what?
He looked good. It was the first time I think Jordan Love has looked good.
Not besides preseason, yeah.
Which in this year, of course he would. Of course he would just look good just to bring in that extra little flame of doubt.
You know what was crazy? They were talking about it early on in the game before Aaron Rodgers left about how it was the 20-year anniversary of Brett Favre getting hurt in a 9-1 versus 9-1 game, and Aaron Rodgers comes in and wins the game. I was just like, you can't make this stuff up. That's why I was in the chat like, if the Eagles lose this game, I'm just gonna be like, of course. Of course, we should have all seen this coming because of 20-year anniversary of some shenanigans, bro. Yep. Like, why did the Eagles lose? Shenanigans.
Right. And then Jordan Love has to go win one Super Bowl in his 20-year career.
And also become a Hall of Famer. Absolutely.
Right. A little bit of Knicks Nuggets for this game. Team scoring less than 10 points the previous week. The Bears now +4. I told you dogs with the spread less than 10 or 10-4 on the year. Also a divisional game. Green Bay traveling into Chicago. The last 5 years that Green Bay has traveled into Chicago, they are on a win streak of 3 wins, and they are 4-1 overall. They also played each other this year. Green Bay winning that game 27-10.
How early on in the season was that? Oh, Justin Fields is out.
Yeah.
I think Packers is still the play if Justin Fields is out, right? If Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields is out, it's
a Green Bay play.
I want nothing to do with this. Maybe the under, but I don't know. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Nick, nothing.
I'll take Chicago +4.
Oh, it's actually 4.5.
I love the idea that this year Chicago throws off the yoke of Aaron Rodgers if he plays.
Wow, Aaron Rodgers is catching fat L's all year, bro. I mean, the Eagles didn't even hit him that hard. The dude's fucking ribs gave up.
Can't be having that. Drink more milk, Aaron. Ice up, son. Ice up.
Bro, like, did you see the play, Eric, that knocked him out?
Yeah, I watched the whole game.
No, can you recall the play that knocked him out? I mean, I'm sure you watched the... Yeah, exactly. It didn't... There was no, like...
Well, no, it's because he started showing signs of injuries, and then he got hit again by Brandon Graham, and then he had that terrible pass, and he was, like, limping, like, making his Aaron Rodgers face when things don't go his way, and then they pulled him. I don't think he's actually... I think he was just being a bitch, dude, but, I mean, that's just because I don't like Aaron Rodgers. Whatever.
Just assassinate the character.
Yeah,
First of all, CJ Gardner-Johnson had a lacerated kidney and still tried to come play.
Well, that was irresponsible of him.
Doc was like, "Dog, you're gonna die. Don't." All right, next game. Pittsburgh heading into Atlanta. Pittsburgh -1, over under 43. Pittsburgh money line -115. Atlanta money line -105.
So Pittsburgh, Monday Night Football, they have the rest disadvantage. Pittsburgh with a rest disadvantage since 2019. 8-7-1 straight up, 8-8 against the spread. Here's very surprising, though. Atlanta with a rest advantage since 2019. 5-1, both straight up and against the spread. I believe this has moved across the line, right, Eric?
Yeah.
I believe it opened Falcons -1 or -1.5. And it is now switched. I want Falcons money line. Or this game to end in a tie. I haven't decided yet.
I'm pretty sure this is a big game in both of these divisions. Hold on.
100%,
Let me put the standings real quick. Oh, okay. Pittsburgh's 4-7. And Cincy and Baltimore are 7-4. Okay. I'm just...
It's a very big game for
Atlanta.
They're what a game out.
So they've played one more game because they haven't had their bye yet. But it's Tampa Bay is 5-6 and Atlanta's 5-7.
Okay, so they're a half game back.
Right.
Yeah, I think
the Saints are technically still in the division hunt. Bro.
So are the Panthers, right?
We're both 4-8. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Eric, can you pick right now who's winning the NFC South?
Falcons.
He was like, I don't know.
Hesitated. He was like, oh.
Exactly, bro. That's the exact reaction my guy had. He's like, fuck.
Give me Atlanta money line.
Since the line moved, I'll take Atlanta money line. It's -105 right now, so it's pretty much even money.
All right, next game, Miami heading into San Francisco. This is going to be a good game. Miami +4, over under 46. Miami money line +175. San Fran money line minus 205.
Man.
Jeff Wilson revenge game.
Raheem Mostert revenge game.
Jeff Wilson fights Raheem Mostert for the win. Whoever wins in a boxing match between Jeff Wilson Jr. and Raheem Mostert wins this game.
I could not tell you who wins this game. Miami is traveling to San Francisco, and that's what you want if you're San Francisco. Well, I just need to see the time of this game.
It is a 1:05 Eastern time or Pacific time kickoff.
So it's the afternoon game. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what. Give me the over 46, and I will abstain from anything else on this.
I'm not going to take anything. I want to see what a Jeff Wilson, like 101 type, like 100 yards and a touchdown game looks like, though, on the prop market when props post. Because I don't think player props have posted yet. But I want Jeff Wilson goes for 100 yards and 1 touchdown.
Is this your Terry McLaurin versus the Eagles?
No, it's not that. That was unmitigated gall to pick that.
All right, moving on to the next game. Division rival Seahawks heading into LA. Seahawks minus 7.5 over under 41. Seahawks money line minus 350. Rams money line plus 290.
So 2 reasons that I'm going Los Angeles Rams in this game. Team scoring less than 10 points the previous week. The Rams are now plus 7.5. I already discussed. The dogs with a spread less than 10 are 10-4. That's 71% on the year. Also, divisional games. Seattle traveling into LA is currently on a 4-game losing streak. No previous division game this year. Give me the Rams plus 7.5 and the Rams money line.
And the Rams money line?
And Rams money line. What do we say in this game? We say everybody's out. That's why the Rams are 7.5. Everybody's out. Who's gonna play? And yet every single week when we talk about games like this, the other team manages to find a way to stick around with it. So I'm confident. I might even say Rams plus 7.5 might be my double down bet of the week. I might put.
Is that a new thing that you just started right now?
No. I just said stuff. Did you see Eric literally like start to lose? Like he was like, I gotta track another thing.
No.
That was exactly that face, Eric.
No, dude. I honestly no, it wasn't. It was something else.
No, I think I might put double pizza money on this Rams bet. On the plus 7.5. I want Rams. I want plus 7.5. I want Rams money line. Give it to me, Eric.
You're a better man than I. I just want to let's do a little comparison. So I have the team that lined up offensively against the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 12, in which Eric cashed the very easy bet.
You don't even need to read it off to me. I get what you're saying.
No. I want to for the comparison.
Yeah, okay.
Starting at wide receiver in the Super Bowl, they had Odell Beckham Jr., Cooper Kupp, and Van Jefferson.
Right.
At running back, they had Cam Akers, Sony Michel, and Darrell Henderson. And quarterback, they had Matt Stafford.
Right.
Lining up at wide receiver against the Chiefs, they had Tutu Atwell, 4 career receptions before that game. Ben Skowronek.
Okay.
Skowronek.
Skowronek was a colony.
387 career receiving yards, and Van Jefferson, which lined up at the Super Bowl, so it doesn't matter. And then they had a backfield of Cam Akers and Kyren Williams.
A little different, yeah.
Bro, it hasn't even been a whole year, and now Aaron Donald's hurt.
Taking any action, Jermaine?
Oh, dude. No, I'm not. I'm not taking minus 7.5 for Seattle, but I'm definitely not taking Rams money line. I'm good, bro. I'm good on this one. I wish the over under was a little lower, so I could take the over. But
All right. Moving on. We have Kansas City heading into Cincinnati. Kansas -2. Over under 52. And Kansas City money line -135. Cincy money line +115.
Did Jamar Chase play this weekend?
He did not.
He did not. And Joe Mixon did not either.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'll take Chiefs -2, bro.
That's crazy, right?
I don't know why this line is so close.
Yeah, I want Chiefs -2 as well. That's crazy.
Eric, is there something we don't know about the Bengals?
Right.
No, they suck. That's all I know.
Is Mahomes out?
No,
Is Kelsey out?
no,
Are any of the critical parts of the Chiefs defense out?
no.
You're telling me that this should be a touchdown game? No,
I don't know
No.
about a touchdown. Like
Oh,
five
at
points.
At least more than a field goal.
It should be 5 points. Like the Eagles-Titans spread.
5 points.
5 points.
All right. So you guys are both taking Kansas City -2.
Yeah, so they're
Excellent,
probably going to
excellent,
lose.
Excellent.
Yeah, so they'll lose.
Next game we have a divisional rival. Chargers heading into Las Vegas. Chargers -1.5. Over under 50.5. Chargers money line -120. Raiders money line +100.
So, like Eric said, divisional game. The Chargers are 2-3 traveling to Las Vegas. They won the previous matchup though, 24-19 at the beginning of the year. Interesting note: the last 2 games where the Chargers went into Las Vegas have both gone to overtime. Eric, can you tell me what the overtime bet? This is my new favorite bet of the year. Can you tell me what the Chargers Raiders overtime bet is?
You're going to bet it until you hit one, aren't you?
At least with the Raiders, yeah.
Hold on, let me find it.
Oh, well, while he's looking that up, 15.5 in this game. Doesn't that seem really big?
Did you say 50.5?
Yeah.
It's either going to be a shootout or it's not. Like, it's,
Well, wait to take a stand,
I mean, like,
brother.
that's crazy, right?
My guy said they're either scoring a lot of points or
Right.
they're not.
Right. Fuck. Right. Shit.
Well, yeah, those are the 2 options. Oh my god!
Overtime is plus 1100. By the way, I want to take overtime in this game plus 1100. That's what we provide you here at Room 303. Just cutting edge analysis.
Holy cow! The spread on this next game. My goodness.
All right, I gotta type in these makeshift bets that Nick's making up. Fucking asshole. All right.
Are all bets made up technically?
Shut up. Indianapolis heading into Dallas. Indianapolis +11. Over under 43.5. Indianapolis +450 money line. Cowboys -600 money line.
Okay, here it is. Spreads over 9.5. We do what, Jermaine?
You bet that you take the dog.
We take the dog and we take the under. When you take the under, it's 15-7 on the year. That's 68%. I want the under. And when you take the dog, that's 14-9 on the year, which is 61%. So I want Indy +11, and I want Indy Dallas under.
I echo those sentiments, Eric.
Jeff Saturday. This is not your daddy's Jeff Saturday.
Stop, bro. You're not getting that phrase to catch on. This game flexed into the night spot? That was for another week, right?
Mm-hmm. Where's the last game here? It jumped on me. Hold on, my screen jumped on me.
It's the Saints at Bucks.
Yep, there we go. So we have the odds for this game pulled up. It's the New Orleans Saints at the Bucks. Saints +3.5. Over under 39.5. Saints money line +160. Bucks money line -190.
Give me the under.
Teams scoring less than 10 points in a previous week. dogs with a spread less than 10, 71% of the year. I want the Saints plus 3.5. And the last 4 years that the Saints have traveled into Tampa Bay, they have won. I want Saints plus 3.5, and I want Saints money line.
My goodness, the stones
Eric,
on this guy.
Eric, let me know what a Rams, Saints, Falcons money line parlay pays.
Falcons.
It's going to be outrageous.
Saints. You said Falcons, Saints, and Rams?
Yeah.
That's going to be plus 1,879.
Love it. I'll take it. It's free money.
It feels like it should be higher, though.
Free money.
Plus 8.
Stack a paycheck on.
You said plus 1,879. I thought it was going to be higher, to be honest. I want the under of that game, though, Eric. I don't know if you caught that.
I already got it in. Falcons are minus 105, Saints plus 160, Rams plus 290. 1,800 seems pretty on par.
Yeah, but it's the Falcons, Saints, and Rams.
All right. That wraps up the week. Do you guys want to go into our head-to-head now?
Let's do it.
Oh, that's right.
All right, Jermaine, you up first because you suck. So let's go. What you got?
I want to take the over 4.5 times shown. No, I'm just kidding. Bro. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Give me Jets money line. No, I don't want to kiss of death them. Give me that Saints Bucks under, please.
Under 39 and a half. All right, Nicolas.
I want Rams 7.5.
LA Rams plus 7.
Hell yeah.
5.
You ain't even trying to catch, Eric.
Hell yeah. Nobody expects it. That's when we strike.
I'm going to take. Man, this is tough, dude. This is tough. I'm going to take Houston Texans money line.
Okay.
I almost took Texans plus 7 for mine.
Okay.
That's the game. That's the game of the week. That's the game of the week. They should have flexed it to Sunday night.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Two teams.
Get him a primetime box. Let Deshaun thrust at him when he scores a touchdown.
Two teams playing for nothing, but literally it's for everything, dude.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, dude. And who's the Texans quarterback right now, though?
Is it so Davis Long Neck Mills?
No, we got benched.
Is it Tyrod Taylor?
No, that dude.
Kyle Allen.
Who?
Kyle
Allen.
Oh, I thought you said Al Allen. I was like, who the hell is that?
You imagine the quarterback?
The whitest name ever.
Al Allen.
That's either the whitest man ever or a black man with a hairline that resembles LeBron James that is fading faster than LeBron James.
Bro, Al Allen. I wish that was a real quarterback name. Al Allen drops back.
Yeah. Allen. Al for short.
Oh my goodness. This is what we've been waiting for. Deshaun Watson returns. I'm so fascinated by this game.
It's gonna be an interesting game. And you know, I might just watch it just to count how many times they show this box. My guess is 3.
We need to get an accurate count. I really want to know this.
My guess is 3.
Just, you know what? Put that bet. It doesn't. You can put it on mine if you want. Just make sure we have the over under, and then we count. We have the count because I really want to know next week. My goodness, bro. What if Deshaun Watson comes out and has one of those 350 and 3?
He throws for 4 and 4,
He has-
400 yards, 4 touchdowns.
He has like 60 yards rushing. He hits the discount double check.
The sky thrust to the box.
Bro, honestly, if he did a hip thrust, Deshaun Watson would be one of my favorite players because the audacity that would take.
That's amazing.
You said Nick's saying 3. You said the over under is at what, 4.5?
Yeah.
I set the over under at 4.5.
And Nick's taking 3, so he's taking the under, and
I'm taking
Jermaine
the
is
under.
taking over.
Well, I just set the line. I didn't take one, but sure, I'll take the over.
All right, cool, got it in.
I just want to know the number is all. Like I just want.
So who's watching it?
We'll make Nick in charge of that. Because I honestly think I'm flying that day. So I'm not going to be watching that game. Oh, man. Fucking Deshaun. All right. You guys got anything else for the roomies?
I'm good.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about this. I want to record that game, dude. Oh, man. All right. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Podcast Room303. I've been your host, Jermaine Cologne Mendez. This has been my co-host, Nicholas Morahan. And as always, we have with us EPE. We'll see you next time when you come on down and step into the room.